let's talk about Logic Apps. Okay, here is the scenario. Jason, our .NET dev, has a product that is really taking off, and he notices there's a lot of social media, especially after Elon Musk tweeted how good the little product is. So he starts thinking about his social media way, and he makes a couple of Twitter accounts and Facebook accounts and Instagram accounts and Snapchat accounts and WeChat accounts. And then he starts wondering, how am I going to monitor this? I have some marketing people. We need to make sure that they're monitoring some hashtags as well. Like there's this one that he likes, which is called Northwind Global. And so he might be using Zendesk, or he might be using ServiceNow, or one of the other many ticketing systems. And he wants all those tweets to the service desk, where they can be actioned, and he can start thinking about having SLAs on all this type of stuff. He wants to monitor them. He wants to turn that unstructured thing into something more formalized. So he could use something called Microsoft Flow, or there's quite a different product called Logic Apps. Oh, they look a bit different. Anyway, one's from the Office teams, one's from the Azure team. So we're going to talk about the differences of these, because it's not immediately apparent. So Flow is a shared environment. The dollars are pretty cheap. Logic Apps, you're paying per step, and you've got more control of it. The UI is obviously, as you just saw, almost the same. The Logic Apps, you can do more in the UI. You can split and merge steps and see the JSON and stuff. The big difference is the owner. Who owns it? So with Logic Apps, you can put it into your resource group and control it with your app. The way you deploy Logic Apps matters, because you can use ARM templates and parameterize things, and you can monitor your Logic Apps with App Insights and see all the errors and usage and stuff. So Logic Apps also have more connectors. You can see connectors in there for Salesforce and SAP and other enterprise services. They are serverless, so you only pay for what you use. But these Logic Apps and Flow are the best thing out there to automate a whole lot of business processes. And I should tell you, the way that we've experienced it is that companies get us to go in and we set up a little baby Flow or Logic App, and it does something small, and they're quite happy with it. And then it doesn't cost them hardly anything as well. And then they add another couple, and they start seeing how it's used. They add more and more. And before long, they call us in and say, hey, those Logic Apps, that bill is quite large now. We'd like to look at reducing that bill. And we go, okay, which bits would you like to remove? And they have a look and they go, well, none of these tasks we'd like to do manually, or we can remove them and you can go back to the other. But it's one of those things that the price just gradually grows as you start automating more and more and more. And people don't like giving it up. But anyway, let's have a walk through of this.
So we're going to create a Logic App, and we're going to set it up on Adam's Twitter account. So we need to start with the Azure portal, and first off, provision an Logic App.
All right,
so
cool.
Just close a few windows, yep. Let's just click on the plus sign again, create a resource. You can search for Logic App. There it is, Logic App. And
easy to use.
Yep. And
you can extend it, and we press create.
Yep. So we just need to provide a simple name for it. So we can call it Northwind Support Sydney. And just go use existing resource group, so we can put it with our Northwind Sydney application. V2, yep, Australia East. And we can scroll down a bit. That's all we need to provide. So you can, Adam's click created. You can use automated options. You can deploy Logic Apps with ARM templates, but are very difficult to maintain, but you still have that option. Compared to Microsoft Flow, you cannot put that in the DevOps process.
Oh, that was quick.
They are very quick. Serverless is nice and quick. Okay, so
we've watched this video. It's very simple. Has anyone heard of if this then that? Mm-hmm. Okay, more than half the room. That is a great little product, and lots of devs played with that. you didn't see very much uptake in large enterprises of that. Okay, this one has already had large uptake in enterprises, but they're very similar.
Yeah.
One is made by Microsoft.
Cool. So we just want to trigger off our Logic app, and Azure gives us a few sort of templates to work from. But we want to trigger off when a new tweet is posted.
They're called triggers, not templates.
A templated trigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So Adam just needs to sign in with his Twitter account.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Are we doing a real one?
Yes, we'll do this one real quick.
Has anyone got a Twitter account? Yeah.
No.
Prem?
Oh, one.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple.
Awesome. All right, get ready. So Adam's been authenticated. We can click continue.
Yep.
And so now we want to search for some tweet text. So we want to today say search for Azure Superpowers.
Okay.
Yep. And we want this Logic app to check, sort of, let's go a little bit more frequent than 3 minutes, make it every 10 seconds.
Really?
Sure.
That could be expensive, couldn't it?
No, they're not that expensive. It's a small app.
Okay. Oh. Time zone, that never used to be there.
So yeah, there's a couple of new parameters here today, but we don't need to fill in any of these.
Okay.
So now we want to add in a new step.
Okay.
Yeah.
New step.
New step. And here we can search for Zendesk.
Okay.
So this is where you search for all the different connectors, and currently there's over 250 connectors available. So huge integration to everything that's sort of out there for most people. And so now our next step, what we want to actually do is to create a new item.
So that guy?
That one, yes. So now we just need to provide our company name and type in SSW.
Okay.
Click sign in.
Okay, so you want me to sign into SSW Zendesk?
That's right. Excellent. So now the table that we want to insert this into is the tickets table.
Okay, done.
And as a description for this ticket, we actually just want to use the tweet text. So you should be able to scroll down on the side there for all the different bits of info that's available for a tweet. And one of them is a tweet text. So you can click that and it appears there.
So let me just do that again.
I think you can just drag it as well.
Really?
You should be able to. Yeah, drag it.
No, you can't.
No, you can't drag them? Oh, okay.
Anyway, what do you want to
Your requester ID will be 1000.
Okay.
And that's it for now. So we've got a very simple
How do we run it?
setup here. So you have to click save.
Yep.
And you can click run. So this is basically like debugging a Logic app. It's ready, waiting to be triggered.
So we need a tweet.
Yes, so if someone can tweet to #Azure Superpowers.
I will see if it ends up in our Zendesk system, which would really confuse Penny and Joe. But anyway.
So yeah, that one. Click on the tickets, unassigned tasks, or tickets, unassigned tickets. Okay. So we've got a tweet coming.
Here's a real ticket that came in. Oh gosh, tickets can be junk too. Okay, we got anything coming through?
We can check your Twitter account as well for what's being posted.
My Twitter account?
Yes, so you logged into your Twitter account?
Yes.
Yeah. Monitoring for our #Azure Superpowers, so we should be able to see it when. If you tag Adam, we'll see it on his one.
Oh. Jason's telling me that his video is about to overtake mine.
I think it's a
look at
fantastic video.
Well, yes, do yourself a favour, watch Jason's video on clean architecture. He's had 157,000 views in 4 months, so and he's gloating.
Very good.
That is great. Awesome.
All right, so let's see. If you just click on the Logic app, see if any tweets have been picked up.
Oh,
we had one. Someone already tweeted. So we can just click on the Twitter step first.
Okay.
Yep. So this shows Azure Superpowers testing out a Logic app, and who was that by? Does that show who it is? Oh, it shows the tweet ID. Keep going. Joshua.
Hey. Okay.
Cool. So, and then if we go down and show the Zendesk step, so that also succeeded, and the description that we put in was your tweet with our requester ID, and now we can actually inspect it in Zendesk. The ticket should be there. You might just have to refresh.
Does that mean it's refreshing? No, it doesn't. So let's
No.
refresh. And now,
There it is.
Penny has a new ticket to do. And I don't want to upset her, so I'm going to delete that. But there you go. But that, all your marketing people would have to resolve all those. And I've just set up that tiny bit of logic without any problems at all. If you start thinking of a whole lot of manual steps you have in your company, you know,
You don't need a developer.
subscribing newsletters and everything. There we go. All right, thank you, Josh.
Yeah, we got a question, Callum? Callum?
Yeah, just because it was every 10 seconds, I think you were polling, would you be paying every 10 seconds or just when there is one?
I think, yes, for the polling, it's a small invocation cost, but you get quite a large, generous free tier from Microsoft. So you can sort of calculate how many actions you'll be dealing with every month to price up your Logic app. Sorry, we got another question.
Just on the pricing, I thought when we initially signed up, there was a per hour cost. So
Yes.
is
So
that different to the
pricing for Logic apps, because it's a serverless offering from Microsoft, you pay for what you use, and they price it for each step is an invocation, but also how long that step takes to run, because it needs to use a certain amount of CPU power and memory. So you're charged for that period of time. Yeah, and that's a consistent cost.
So it's not for how long that we have the Logic app hosted on the site. It's more so how long it takes to run it.
Correct. Yeah. So
Okay.
the amount of time of execution that you've had is what you pay for. Just hosting it doesn't cost anything, which means we actually need to go and stop the Logic app, just in case people keep tweeting us during the day.
Oh, okay.
So we can just Alt Tab back to the portal, and I can show you how to disable it. Okay, so just close the designer window that you have there, and there's a disable button. So you click that, now nothing will get triggered and the app won't run.
Pretty nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice and simple.
So let's summarize that. We went to the portal, we clicked create a resource, we entered Logic app, and then from that point on, it was just enter a few little details, press create, and the UI went like this. Create a resource, click this, Logic app, enter some details, and you'll notice that is pretty quick. And then this popped open, we got this UI, and we clicked, when a new tweet is posted, we followed that. And then to update our Logic app and put the logic behind it, we connected to Twitter in our case. We added an action for when a tweet is posted. We added a connector with Zendesk, and that action happened. And then in the UI, we clicked that. We click continue. We entered the hashtag we're following. We entered this. We chose 30 seconds and 10 seconds. We added an action. We chose Zendesk, but it could have been, there's a million of these to connect to. We chose a ticket. There's the ticket. We dragged that tweet text up into the description. Sorry, we didn't drag, we clicked. Entered the requester ID, pressed save, and save happens. It's saved, and then we tested by doing a tweet, and the tweet ended up in our tickets, in our ticketing system or wherever we wanted it. We use Logic Apps each Friday. I send an email and everyone answers the email. The old way would be people reply to an email and I look in my inbox, see who's replied. And basically there's a system, everyone gets free lunch for replying to the email. And you can do this, say, in Microsoft Forms. And when Microsoft Forms detects it's been added, you could have that add to a spreadsheet or something. That spreadsheet gets automatically sent to the lunch company, and the lunch company says, all right, there are all the lunches and there are all the preferences, etc. It's all automated. Lots of manual steps in your company can be automated. So at this point, 100% of your tweets are now tickets. You've connected your services, you've automated workflow. It's very easy to use. There was no code involved. It's serverless, so you're only going to pay if it gets used. Any downsides? Not obvious. It all seems pretty cool. So, even my mother can do this award, I think is appropriate. This guy turns up and says, Jason, what are you doing? And Jason goes, I just automated things. And this guy goes, do you know what you're doing? You're an idiot. And basically he's very upset about the dev test production lifecycle. Where did that Logic app get saved? Where is how'd you test this? Who changed it? So I just want you to be aware that Microsoft do have this catered for. There's these managed Logic apps with Visual Studio. If I scroll down here, you'll be able to see that you can open this up in Visual Studio. You open with the Logic App Editor. And you can do what I did inside Visual Studio, save it, check it in, etc., and put it under better DevOps practices. All right.